Y'all already know I'm with a gang, flat, feel me? Yeah, throwing them gang signs in the street. This my Trex Viniaga. This Emery Show. We got Pop C, you feel me? Anybody in the gang is a mother gangster, you hear me? Yeah, we ain't no high school kids, but we talk this lingo better than y'all, you feel me?
Please stop cosplaying as us. You suck at it. Okay? We know who a freaking Caribbean is. We know who's a continental African. We know who all you are.
Try to play with us. Yeah, we're from the trenches. See all the houses. Yeah. This Kisungu.
It's KU, man.
This KU, feel me? Talk to him.
The ghetto of Young Swan, Tracks and Yagan.
Pop C.
Yeah. You know, MN Show, a new artist in the street.
Yeah, feel me? And upcoming artist. Yeah.
He will be welcome to day at my studio, you know.
Yeah,
I have my studio, my venues, my hotel, you know.
Hey,
I have money.
Hey, talk some, man, on the show. Hey, talk some. He just laughing.
You look to become something else. Why do you, intend to be something other than yourself? Have ethnic pride. Whatever African nation you're from, go ahead and, go have that ethnic pride. Lean in. Get into that. Put the regalia, the garb, whatever you know what I'm saying. Get into it. Why do you feel like you have to be European or Black American?
I got the diamonds dancing on my neck. Anyway, drop that. I'm trying to say to y'all, if my video gets 100 plays, I'm in my song, I'm gonna drop another one. You already know I'm a good rap. Yeah, I'm in that bitch. Yeah, feel me? Made it. Do some motherfucking video and that shit. All of you, nigga.
You don't sound like us. You don't look like us. And there are certain identifiers where we can tell it ain't you. Stop saying you from the freaking Carolinas, or you from New York, or you from Chicago, or when we ask, where's your family from? Oh, I come from slaves. That don't tell me. Where's your family from? Stop showing up on foundational Black American lives and posts pretending to be us. If you say that we don't have that we have no culture, then stop cosplaying as our culture. Then use your own.
They underrated the culture, calling it ghetto, moving in their small circles, talking down on the owner of that culture. Now they are cosplaying them. They are acting like them. They are speaking like them. They are flexing just to be seen as Black Americans. They are fine-tuning their accent to speak like those people they underrated. Y'all remember in 2018, when some of these people were against anybody calling them Black Americans? Y'all remember them when they were loudly speaking how they are part of being Nigerians, Ghanaians, Jamaicans. But now the shift is happening. They are cosplaying Black Americans. We are seeing it everywhere. And that's what I want us to talk about today. Y'all Black Americans, brothers and sisters, I want us to pass through all of these clips, listen to these people, understand their agenda, and as usual, I am coming back at the end with my insightful commentaries. The video is for awareness and educational purpose. Let's have an open conversation down there in the comment section. Let's get into it.
Y'all remember that trend a couple years back, I believe it was 2022, when a lot of African and Caribbean immigrants were saying, don't call them African American. And now look at them in 2026 calling themselves African American and Black American. That shit is fucking crazy as shit, y'all. The same people who would be like, oh, you're a plain black, you're a regular black, there's nothing special about you, I'm foreign, I'm exotic looking, da-da-da-da. Now all of a sudden they want to claim being Black American and African American. You can't make this shit up. You can't. And all of this is happening because y'all believe that Black Americans are supposed to be some type of glue to keeping the diaspora together.
It's simply factual that she is not a foundational Black American. And again, that is why America has all of these provisions like affirmative action and set-asides and civil rights laws. It is because of the shame and guilt about slavery and Jim Crow, both little democratic enterprises, by the way. It all has to be spent on Black Americans, not on any loser with a grievance from around the world. It's about integrating Black Americans into mainstream American life, and and giving them benefits to make up for slavery and Jim Crow. That's what it's about, and we've completely pretended to forget what the point of this was.
The drape strings, no, as a Russia soldiers vibe, you say, or soldiers uniform, they say, no, munyana, no, munyana, pamabomu say. And a special day of what tears a chromotre. Hey, a casafona go with you. Feno monasiano or more lead you or more cohen or more gentia. A chow piece on say we are singing on some kuta the drape eye. A shoe way on bo jacket and style being to say box and was saying 50.
There's a big bag in cosplaying foundational Black Americans.
Many Africans will cosplay being Black American when they are in countries outside of America. But when they come to America, they are proudly African. Man, I don't even know what to say about that.
So now when people come around us cosplaying, the grassroots is getting them up out of here. And pushback proves the power of it. Nobody fights harmless labels. That aggressive reaction to foundational Black American, that proves that it clarifies claim, it exposes contradiction, it disrupts all of the delusions. If it were weak, it would be ignored. The fact that you got people online just 24 hours a day just whining about it, political operatives whining about it, that shows that it shifted the conversation out of institutional control, and that's real power. So understand, it's foundational Black American is a very powerful term. It's self-authored, it's lineage-based, historically grounded. Logically, it makes sense. It's tether-proof. Folks can't latch on to it. And it's hard to infiltrate. And the name of the game with us, with Black Americans, is all about infiltrating us. That's what the COINTELPRO program was about. It was all about sending operatives in our circles to infiltrate. Now that this delineation is coming up from a grassroots perspective, anybody who comes around, we're asking questions. We're asking questions about things. We're asking questions about who they are. Who are you? Where are you from? Where are your parents from? So if something looks strange, we're calling it out at this point. And they don't like that, ladies and gentlemen.
Black Americans don't owe you. You are warranted the opportunity to actually come into America and be an African and actually blend into society, be able to get working jobs, being able to get an education, being able to blend with those white people that you so-called love you so much. Let's get into those white people that you love so much. Black Americans don't owe you. The aspect of you even being able to get close to them. Let's think about what the Black people had to go through to even be able to get in the same restrooms, in the same water fountains, drinking and attending the same schools. Well, that's your Black people. Black Americans don't owe you. Oh, I don't know. Let's go down the timeline. Kings and queens of higher generations, monks owning businesses, creating calendars, creating and inventing, and then being kidnapped, sold into slavery, spread out into multiple places of the world, beaten, abused, harmed, raped, children being eaten by alligators, teeth being pulled out, bodies being used for research, hair being used for research, hate being all around you 24/7 while still trying to progress. Black Americans don't owe you. Segregation times, Jim Crow, where people actually tried to build businesses and actually tried to build homes and communities and they were burned down. Black Americans don't owe you. And then comes the era of the 60s, 70s, 80s, what they called it, the crack era. Oh, yes. Black Americans don't owe you. And now they like to blame Black people and say, well, ain't nobody tell you to do crack. Ain't nobody tell you to do this. Ain't nobody tell you to be an alcoholic. Do you know what mental health is? Black Americans don't owe you. Understanding the aspect and enduring half the things that they actually went through, and then to be turned around and the only thing that they said and did to you was that you was an African booty scratcher.
These people will never understand the complex, Black American identity. We were here before the colonizer came, and we're here now. People come over here and they think that they can just, wedge themselves into it, and just in a mockery type of way. And you don't look like us. You look like a bleached out Nigerian. It's clownish, right? Like cosplaying it, right? You're doing the cosplay act. I don't know who's believing these acts. I don't know who's believing it. It's not believable to us. not to this lineage. We can see right through it. And White T-Man can too. Your beloved White T-Man that y'all like to center. He can see through it too. Yeah. Maybe that's something that you just like to do to make yourself, feel good. I've been getting a lot of videos sent to me, showing and showcasing how they cosplay Black Americans. And then we'll tell you, you don't have no culture, whilst cosplaying our culture, even at this aesthetic, right? Even at the hip hop aesthetic or whatever. They reduce it. They reduce it. Because they could never, not on their best day. But it is very, very weird.
Every immigrant group sees themselves as higher than you. Regardless of their success being founded on the civil rights of your ancestors, each and every immigrant group put themselves above you. When you start to realize that, you will stop this coalition of black and brown, this DEI representing the whole of all black people's struggles. That is not the truth. In order for there to actually be a coalition, there has to be a realization. And then there has to be evaluation. Meaning that you have to realize they don't like you. You have to separate yourself, delineate, separate yourself so they can see your value. Once they see your value, then a coalition can be had. Right now, they're benefiting from your work without appreciating you. This is why you have Black Americans talking about delineate. It has nothing to do with hate. It has nothing to do with hate, but a recognition that you don't value me. You don't respect me. As such, now if this was your friend, everybody talks about, protecting your energy. That's exactly what delineation is, protecting your energy. So, I hope this child verdict and these people on the internet are helping you to realize that there is no coalition between black and brown. This month it's Asians speaking out on how they feel about black people in the neighborhoods that they're put in. 2 months ago rather, it was African immigrants speaking out about how they feel about black people. How much more proof do you need?
You can't cosplay as us anymore. You can't say, oh, let me drop whatever language I speak at home and start talking like a brother and get reparations or get anything that's specifically black. You don't want that. The last thing you want is delineation, but every time I turn around on somebody's Instagram, they got 15 flags and none of them are American. But they want to tell us how we lazy and we this, that, and the third. But it was our ancestors that got you immigration, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. We did all of that. Now it's our turn. And because we're saying we're foundational Black Americans, because if anybody understood their history, the majority of Black Americans, when you look at the slaves, the majority of the slaves did not come here. There was a very small percentage, and then they bred us like cattle, had us sleeping like rabbits. The term mother came from what they made us do to us. So we have no place to go home to. You can go back to Lagos. You can go back to Nigeria. You can go back to the Ivory Coast. You can go wherever you came from. And since you're so better, why ain't you there? But you do not have a right to sit up here and say that we can't fight for our rights or have the right to delineate. We have a culture. We have a culture so good that Akon came over here and cosplayed as one of us. Tell me I'm lying.
No, you're right. You're right on the point.
Some of these African women come to America and they want to be American. They want to talk as American. They want to dress as American. And they want to act like American. They start talking like American. You know what I'm saying? Huh? I mean, in Africa we say, pardon me, I beg your pardon. In America, they start saying, huh? You say what? What you say? What has happened to us?
The black people in America are black and proud. Y'all try to be black and you're not even proud about it because you're so brainwashed that you come to this country and you sit under the tutelage of white America and then you try to bring that back into the black community and it don't work like that. We've never been on the other side. We've never been on the side of white supremacy. You're going to be over there. We're going to be over here. That's why we're not the same.
I never knew Black Americans had this much power. Like, I knew, but I didn't know. And it's like, y'all better than us, right? Y'all had y'all flags first. Y'all are this, that, and third. Y'all have y'all islands. Y'all know where y'all come from. Y'all have y'all continents. Whatever. So why do you want to be attached to a group of lost people? That's because our culture is lit, and we really are them people. Like, who won't want to be Black American?
Kasongo, yeah. Mbali nanga. Kasongo, mbona wewe. Songa liba. Oh, yeah. Kasongo, mbona wewe. Mbona wewe. Mbali nanga.
Nigerians go into other countries pretending to be Black American to get treated better. That's not even here in the United States. They go around Europe and Asia pretending to be Black American to get treated better. If that's not cosplaying, I don't know what else is. So you're telling me the reputation of Nigerians are so bad that they ban Nigerians in other countries. So your solution is, instead of fixing your perception, whatever you got going on in Nigeria, you pretend to be us and to propagate a negative image of Black Americans around the globe.
We're gonna die anyway. Everybody leaves the same way. We need enough people. We need enough soldiers. We need enough people to say, you know what? Right, wrong, indifferent. This ends today because my life is on the line. My kids' life is on the line. You keep talking about I'm not your ancestors. You better become them ancestors because they had to do what they had to do, and they don't even get to reap the benefits of what they had to do. Because Asian guy, if you're so bold, if you don't need the black dollar, here's the thing. Do what the white people did back in history when they hated us so much that they didn't even want our money. So how about you go create those businesses in the white neighborhood?
Another cosplayer. This is not even a Black American woman. This is a Haitian. Remember, dirty Black Americans and grifting off Black Americans. You want to talk about somebody's ancestors? Y'all are not y'all ancestors. The 1804 Haitians, y'all are not them, because the only thing y'all revolutionizing today is boat crossing and fleeing. Yeah, if Toussaint and John Jack, them, if they seen the Haitians of today, what do you mean you're revolutionizing boat crossing? We never left the island. We stayed to fight. They will be churning in a grave. What you mean you celebrating Haitian Flag Day in somebody else's country? Don't even celebrate it, because the pride comes from being in Haiti. So if you want to tap in or talk about who's not their ancestors, y'all are not y'all ancestors. That message should be for Haitians, not Black Americans. But it's a grift. It's a grift because nobody's tuning in for what Haitians have to say about Haitians, but other Haitians. Or when y'all being deported from Jamaica or being deported from the Bahamas, that's the only time, or losing your TPS status. But when you're talking about Haitian stuff, nobody's checking for it but other Haitians. Stop grifting off Black Americans. All y'all. That's not Black American. Right? That's all they do is grift. Eat off Black Americans. Never talk about their own issues or address their people, because people are not really checking for that. But anyway, yeah, y'all are the ones that's not your ancestors. And shout out to OBM Lotus for putting me up on game that she's Haitian. Why y'all never give credit to the Polish? Even your man's John said the Polish was the white Negroes of Europe because they deserted Napoleon to help the Haitians. And y'all never give the Polish any credit.
They want to be a Black American because this is where all the culture is. This is where the economic power is. We are one of the richest, we are the richest Black people in the world. And they want to be attached to that. We have created over 50,000 inventions that have patents on it. They want to be attached to that. We are a cultural superpower worldwide, where the whole world mimics us. They want to be attached to that. They're tethering on. And we have coons in our community who keeps allowing these people in because they look like us. Y'all are the same people who would have snitched or runaway slaves to massa. And I don't even be doing all that slavery stuff for real, but I'm going to say that for the one time. Y'all better be careful. These people only want to be one when it benefits them. I keep telling y'all this. They only want to be one big happy family when they want benefits of being a Black American. Whether that be socially, financially, they want parts. Y'all better pay attention to what the going on and stop letting these people gaslight and manipulate y'all for real. Got me looking like I'm crazy because I'm pointing it out when y'all refuse to look at it, especially a lot of my Black Americans. Y'all be too nice and too kind and giving to people who are coming over here to take from you. Soon, it's already starting. They're already trying to consider themselves the original African Americans. So soon, when we go down in history 50 years from now, and we be like, oh, the African Americans did this. And then Africans going to be running around and be like, oh, we're the original African Americans. That was us. Y'all better pay attention. I really think it's just colonialization with a black face, if you ask me. But hey, we all black, right?
We are all talking about Black Americans. Africans are acting like Black Americans. Black breeds are acting like Black Americans. Jamaicans everywhere are acting like Black Americans. Haitians, you've heard that Haitian lady trying to cosplay Black Americans. African singers, they are acting like Black Americans. Africans in Africa, they are copying Black American styles. Black breeds in Hollywood, they are acting like Black Americans. Koreans in South Korea, K-pop singers, they are all cosplaying Black Americans. So what is fueling this? What is the cause? Why are they changing their opinions on Black Americans? All of a sudden, they're now placing Black American culture, the same culture they use it to call ghetto. So what I have realized is that this shift that is happening is not because of love. It ain't because they have understood that they were wrong. It is because the power of Black Americans' influence. It is because the power of Black Americans' dollar. They have seen the money. They have seen how they can make a lot by cosplaying Black Americans. I cannot lie, your brothers and sisters. That's the reason, that's the main reason. These pop singers from South Korea, whenever they use Black American styles, they copy Black American singers, their songs will be trained in the USA. And after training in the USA, they'll make a lot of money from them. These African singers, whenever they sing by using Black American slangs, their songs will be listened by all Black Americans. And they will make a lot of money. These Africans have realized that the point is to make a lot of money. These Africans have realized the power of your dollars, and they want to make sure that they get a portion of it. That's the reason. I ain't going to lie you. It is due to their own benefits. They only cosplay you because it benefits them. And they know that if y'all delineate from them, they will lose. They were all being classified as blacks in America, and whatever benefits that are meant for y'all, they have access to them. Yes. Now imagine if all of those benefits that were meant for Black Americans, for foundational Black Americans, are only given to your Black Americans. And these other migrants are excluded. Gonna lose a lot. And they don't want that to happen. And that is why all of a sudden, they are now understanding Black unity. They are hyping it. They want all Black people to be put in one big box and just be classified as one people. And that is why they want all melanated people to be put in one big box. I'm telling you, you can hear from these speakers, you can hear from these Haitians, and you hear many of these Africans speaking Black American accent. And you hear these African migrants moving to the US, and all of a sudden they are speaking Black American accent. They start acting like they have forgotten to speak their pidgin, their African accent. No, they didn't forget. They still remember their accent. But it favored them to speak like y'all. When they are crossing borders, going to other countries, and they can speak like y'all, they receive a better treatment. When they are acting like y'all, Black Americans, we benefit from your reputation. The kind of services that they can receive them cosplaying Black Americans is different from the kind of service that they can receive being Africans. That is the reality. And me speaking it here, I am an African. I've had experience with this personally. I met people in my country who have been living in America for a long time, and then them moving back here, all of a sudden, they are speaking like all Black Americans. They're acting like they have even forgotten to speak their local languages. They understand it. If they meet any local African in person here, and then they hear them speaking your accent, they'll be treated like a king. Yes, they will receive special treatment. It's the reality, y'all. And if you are sitting there in California, Louisiana, Philadelphia, and you don't understand the power of your influence, this is the time for y'all to understand it. Understand how powerful your culture is. And then you will understand the reason why all of these people are cosplaying you. Please don't get me wrong. Them cosplaying you does not mean that they have bad intentions. All they want is to benefit from you. Probably they want to cause no harm. They just want to benefit from you. And you've had it. I want y'all brothers and sisters to tell me what you think about these clips of these migrants cosplaying from your foundational Black Americans. Your opinions, your ideas, your comments are so educative, and that's why I want you to drop them down there in the comment section. So this is it for today. If you find it helpful, just support us by clicking on the like button. And those viewers who have not yet subscribed, just make sure you smash on the subscribe button. Mr. TA, African brother signing off. Ciao.